Hey folks, so I'm getting things back into a normal sort of rhythm after COVID. Today's replay, I'm on my Yamato, I'm playing with Fonz and Jagged. It was a match that we had on stream last night. And why I particularly chose it, I think it shows quite clearly how you can break the whole Dead-Eye deadlock. Double D, yes, double Ds, I mentioned them, Dead-Eye deadlock. That's happening at the moment in high tier, tier 10 gameplay. I was actually showing somebody on stream an awkward Yamato build. It's a full heavy AP, but fire prevention build to counter the fire, the 30% extra fire that you get due to the choice of heavy AP, and it worked out pretty well. So, hope you enjoy this replay, and take care. We'll speak soon. Cheers. Right, folks. Okay. So as I said in the intro, I'm playing with Fonz. Fonz is in his summers. He's been enjoying his DDs. I'm in my Yamato, and Jagged is in his Grosser Kurfürst. So it's an all-tier 10 match, and it's got an interesting turn of events. So we played this match on stream last night, and took it from the replays and ran it cleanly through, because the last thing you want to see is my ugly face and my reaction later in the game, and you'll understand what happens. So I'm in my Yamato. It's one of the few ships that I actually use super heavy AP build on. Super heavy AP build, 5% extra damage, but you pretty much burn or flood 30% longer. Now what you can do to mitigate that is I've got fire prevention as a skill, and then the flag, which stops you burning 20%. So you burn 30% longer, then you take fire prevention plus the flag, and you mitigate that 30%. Now, probably my math is slightly off, but I noticed I think a full fire lasts 52 seconds on my Yamato. It's not a full minute, minute and a half. And of course, what you got to do is you got to remember not to be an idiot, not to damage control a single fire. I see that's like a super big meta happening at the moment. And the more we warn people about it, the more they keep doing it. So if you're a new player and you're watching this game and you're getting to tier 4, tier 5, you're playing your Piotr Veliki or your Congo or something, damage controlling one fire is bad, because you can pretty much heal 80% of that damage back. 2 or more fires, damage control that, you're good to go. And the reason for that is people, especially people like us that play in divisions, enjoy playing divisions, if we're in ships that fire a lot of HE, we will call it out. So I might start a fire on this Conqueror, and he damage controls a single fire, and then I'll tell my friend Jagged in the Grosser Kurfürst, hey, he dash damage control the fire. And then we will try and set as many fires on you as possible. So you might get 3 to 4 fires. So now you've undone the damage of 1 fire, and you're getting the damage of 4 fires. Anyway, so I'm shooting there at a Conqueror, and then I bounce him, which is interesting. And I'm actually pushing forward, and the Conqueror has already started kiting outwards. With him there is a Montana, as well as a Des Moines. And our Montana absolutely wrecks the Des Moines. Let's see how Marceau, he gets himself a kill, and we are suddenly 2 kills up. So we're pushing forward, because now there is a Z52, but we got a Z52 up there as well, I think, or a Shimakaze, and they are having a good fight at each other. And it's a fairly DD heavy game. I've noticed a lot of DDs. Then suddenly our cap starts turning, and we're like, what in the actual fuck is going on there? Who and what has snuck into our cap? So obviously it's a destroyer that has snuck straight through the middle into our cap. Jagged pops his hydroacoustic surge in his Grosser Kurfürst. He sees him. And then he kills it. Oh. Excuse me. Oh no, my apologies. There was another destroyer that got killed. A Citadel, the Venezia over there. He's regretting his life because super heavy AP. He was turning broadside to me. Oh, never mind. There we go. Jagged kills himself a Shimakaze in the cap with his secondaries. That is awesome. So we've killed 2 of their DDs, 2 of their cruisers. I have done a Citadel on the Venezia, and I'm at 50,000 damage. Now, I am actually kiting out slightly, not for any other reasons, but that I want to get my rear gun into play as well. It's a little bit difficult if I was facing forward with the way that the Montana and the Conqueror is moving outwards. You will notice that I've actually stopped. I'm fully stopped, or I'm trying to tell my ship to stop, because I don't want to go down to the 1 line. I've got no interest in the 1 line. There is the Z-52 still there. And you'll notice there's a fire, single fire, and total time that it's going to burn is 51 seconds. This is with super heavy AP. Super heavy AP, I will not take on lower caliber stuff. Let's take, for example, Jean Bart or any of those French guys. I don't think it's worth. I think you got to remember it's only 5% and it's the really big gun calibers. I kind of want to play around with my Georgia. It's because it's really big guns. I really do wish in a situation like this that I had the Shikishima. I think it would do fantastic in the Shikishima. So that Montana kills the Z-52, clearing the outer area for us. And there is a whole lot of torpedoes going to these battleships, but there's also big gaps in there so that they can get it. Now, one thing to remember here is I do have my legendary module on my Yamato, so my dispersion is already great. And then I obviously have taken Deadeye for the times when they are running away or the situation allows it. So Yamato with legendary module with Deadeye is actually pretty good. So with fire prevention, it's also super frustrating for that Conqueror, because that Conqueror can't set as many fires as he wants to. Taking a pot shot at the Montana, and I think on Saturday evening on the stream, please join us, twitch.tv/FailconXX. And I give myself a lovely Citadel on the Montana there. I want to try the Montana as well. I don't think the super heavy AP is going to work well on the Montana. I could try it in the current meta. Not 100% sure how well the Montana is going to work, but I've been using the streams to test it, and what I will say is tier 9 is in a great spot. We've had so many proper tier 9 matches, full tier 9s. Now, unfortunately, we did lose Jagged there to Shimakaze torpedoes. He did kill the Shima, so it was a worthy sacrifice. Fonz in his summers is moving in, and there is a Shimakaze remaining. Now, I'm not a fan of the Shima. I think it takes absolutely zero skill to play the Shimakaze. And my reasons for it is the same as a lot of people will say with the Smolensk. I enjoy the Smolensk. Smolensk got hit hard with a Nerf bat. But essentially, my reasoning is 3 racks of 5 torps or 15 torps. You got a really low concealment. What's it? 5.8. And a smoke screen. Oh, nice. Fonz kills himself a Montana. Good job. So we've only lost 2 ships. They've only got 5 ships remaining. But this isn't won by any means. I mean, yeah, this is high tier 10 potato gameplay. So back to the Shimakaze. So I honestly think the Shimakaze is one of these ships to play with the least amount of skill. All you can do is sail around completely undetected, especially in a match like this where there's very little radar cruisers, and cruisers are in a bad spot at the moment. Because of Deadeye, you might see a Des Moines, Petropavlovsk or something, but they ain't going to push in and support their battleships. They're too afraid to get deleted. So now it's making it even better to play. But you know what? It is a ship that's in the game, and therefore one has to deal with it. Now, one of my big problems here is I don't actually even have priority target because I had to sacrifice it to take the skills that I have. The other problem is you don't know when a torpedo boat is targeting you anyway. If the guns are targeting you, priority target will show up. If you're being targeted, and there goes the Shimakaze, and he floods out of Montana. Great. You know, and where he is, you can't see him. He's just taken out in Montana, and you can't see him. He's having an absolute field day. Anyway, enough ranting about Shimakazes and people that play them with zero skill. I see myself midway, take a shot, and I realize that midway is actually going at speed. Damn, that Conqueror kills our Hindenburg, which is unfortunate. He's been kiting out and running away the entire match. Damn, and then we lose the Z-52 to Grosse Kurfürst. So they're clawing back. They're clawing back the kills. As you can see, our Shimakaze going there, completely undetected. He's also throwing rows and rows of torps. I mean, I'm literally counting. Okay, they disappeared there, but yeah, there was a lot of torps. A double citadel on the midway, and I'd like to remove the CV threat from this game. Midway has obviously realized that he's in a bit of a tough spot there, and he needs to move. Grosse Kurfürst kills their Grosse Kurfürst, so we're up 2 ships. Points lead is in our favor. And then I get 3 overpens on a midway. Now that's quite unfortunate. Unfortunately, their Conqueror takes out my divmate Fonzeh in his summers. But Fonzeh has been doing really, really great. And it was only about this time of the match that I realized, holy shit, I've got 167,000 damage so far. That is rather unpleasant. Haha, can you believe that? Well, rather pleasant, or rather unpleasant. So with the Conqueror running, and you'll see the Conqueror, one of why it's so popular in the current meta, it's got great range and it's got a great heal. I mean, you can heal half a ship if it's been all HE damage, which is why I've been shooting AP at him all the time. The midway has noticed that I'm one of the biggest threats. I'm not sitting at the end of the line, or I'm not sitting right at the back trying to snipe him. And it comes for me. Marcel kills down Air Montana, so there's only 3 of them remaining. Midway strikes me, pops my engine, pop a bit of a heal there to get some health back. This is the first one I've actually used in the match. And I managed to kill the midway. So this strike is flooding me. Those torpedo bombers, if they don't get shot down, will last a maximum of 2 minutes. And it's been an important elimination in the match. That Conqueror is now looking for the portal to Narnia. And then I suddenly notice a whole bunch of torpedo warnings. The Shimakaze has decided that he shall unleash his great walls of skill on me. And he kills me. Well done. So he got a devastating strike for being invisible, undetected, and basically having a free reign. Now I do kind of want to rage at our CV as well, because our CV should have moved up. Now my good friend Louise, we were joking on stream, Louise would have been at F6 or G6 with his CV by now. He wouldn't play the Audacious, he'd be playing the Richthofen, and he would have moved it into the cap right next to this Grosse Kurfürst. That would have made an interesting scenario. So, but the Audacious manages to torpedo the Conqueror and take care. So we've got a Yoshino, a Grosse Kurfürst, and an Audacious remaining, and they have only the Shimakaze. And the point of this video was very much to try and show how we broke the how we broke the meta. No sniping at the back. We moved up. I moved up into sort of the D line already. I want to say 2/3, well, 1/3 of the map upwards. Jagged unfortunately got caught out by that other Shimakaze, but he killed the Shimakaze, and taking a DD out of the match early is super, super important. This Grossakofist is actually using his brain, putting an island between himself and the Shimakaze, and he is staying in the cap. He realizes the moment we take their cap, we've won. Now, the Shushino, I don't know what he was doing. We were kind of saying on stream he should have gotten out of the cap circle. He manages to find a Yoshino-sized hole in the walls of skill, and then he completely fumbles the shots. I mean, he is off by a country mile there. The Audacious is now trying to torpedo a Shimakaze. Don't know if he's out of bombers or anything. No, it looks like he has some left, but he should be at minimum that Audacious should have been at sort of E7, E8 in that channel already. Not so far back because his planes is taking too long to travel. So the Yoshino is sort of blind firing there. The Shimakaze has now actually discovered that he does have guns and that he needs to reset. So let's hope this Yoshino can actually see him. So there's a Shimakaze discovering he has guns. Could you believe that? And the Yoshino, as well as the secondaries of the Grossakofist, opens up and kills him. So let's look at the overall stats. 187,000 damage, 4 citadels, and I got myself a kill and only 66 hits, but a good 10,000 XP out of that. And if we look at the team standings, Yamato with that much damage, top of the team by at least a margin of 200 XP. So ladies and gentlemen, me and the Div, we've just proven that you can break that Deadeye stalemate. You don't have to camp all the time at the back. You can actually push and enjoy this game in the current meta, and there's no reason to wail about it and play Raft. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Cheers.